Hello, people. Um, I am going to start this reading off by reading out of this random book that I just stumbled across in my bookcase today. So, yeah. Um, I'm just going to read a couple of sentences before I start this card reading pretty soon. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a love reading and a life reading for all of your needs. Plus, on since the full moon um, has been out, shining bright, giving us some great energy. Um, and also, I've heard that the number 7 has been coming into place a lot. I'm going to include a number reading with my number deck um, because numbers have been seriously popping up like crazy in my life. I've been adding them all together and adding the times together and getting a lot of different numbers that are angelic. So, yeah, here goes nothing. Let's see. He says, I conclude that miracles do happen. I am forced to it by a conspiracy of facts. The fact that we all know men who testify to spiritualistic incidents but are not spiritualists. The fact that science itself admits such things more and more every day, that supernatural things are never denied except on the basis either of anti-democracy or of materialistic dogmatism. The skeptic always takes one of the two positions. Either an ordinary man need not to be believed, or an extraordinary event must not be believed. So, yeah. This is. I haven't read this book. I just thought it was interesting because of the title, Love is the Answer. And this chapter that I randomly chose is Miracle of the Missing Money. So he goes on to tell a story, obviously. And yeah, it's funny because money has been coming up a lot lately. I mean, not just in my life, but in the world, I think the people are starting to realize that abundance is going to come naturally, and we have to start making it on our own if we want to separate all the political dogmatism and crap that goes on in the world. So yeah, I'm going to start, I think, with the numbers because that would make sense. So I'm going to shuffle this deck, and this is the number deck. And I lost the booklet that comes along with it. I don't know where it's at. I'm sure I'll find it. But right now it's lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going off of there's one that just popped out. The numerology book. So the number that just popped out is 14. And what I've been doing lately is adding up the numbers. So like 14 would actually be 5 because 4 plus 1 is 5. But You don't have to do that. I just like kind of have an obsession with numbers lately, and in general. I've always really actually liked math, but had problems with it because of all the different formulas that there are. Like once you start adding letters into math, it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah. So we have the number 14. Moderation is the word. So here we go. I'm gonna put this where you guys can see it. Oh gosh. Here. Okay. That's better. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes and concentrate. Since, I was going to start with like love reading and that kind of crap, but what I'm gonna do instead is start with how are we going to improve our money situation in this world? How are we going to start loving each other and bringing patience into this world, bringing an atmosphere that actually makes a difference to people's lives instead of hating each other, building walls. And I mean that not just metaphorically, but also physically. Yeah, physically. And then also the way that we treat each other and how, there it is, love is the answer, how we separate our lives from each other just because we're different. In many ways, we're all different. We're all going to be different. But to appreciate each other and realize that we're there to help each other out, have some compassion, it's different. We don't have to build those invisible walls that separate us from what we can do together, what we could do to bring each other the situations that would help. And that last card, well, not the last card, is Pride and Rebirth. All right, so we have lots of numbers here, and I'm super excited right now because I love this numerology book. I mean, you can look at it. I actually got it from, I don't know, like a garage sale or a thrift store or something like that. But it's so interesting, right? It's like old and new at the same time. So I'm going to take this cover off because it's really falling apart. But in case you're interested, it's called Numerology, The Key to Your Inner Self by Richard de Amorelli. So yeah, there you go. All right, so the first card that we picked up was Moderation, number 14. So let's see what this Richard guy has to say about the number 14. And then I'll talk more about what I have to say about it. You value personal freedom so much that you are often irresponsible. You have a tendency towards procrastination. You can mull problems over in your mind indefinitely without coming to any conclusion at all. This is because you know what is right for you, but you are reluctant to take the proper course for fear of it being dull, plodding, and routine. I'm going to skip down. You involve yourself with startling, new, or strange schools of thought and odd lifestyles. So, yes, I believe this is the time that we're at right now, and how we just kind of mow things over in our mind and allow ourselves to think all kinds of different things, and we're taking our time, we're taking our sweet ass time doing it. And this moderation, we need to practice moderation more. And I think a more positive outlook would be to start believing in what you do and believing that you can start doing things on your own without the help of other people, because we're so reliant on the fact that we have to rely on other people. So that's that. That's number 14 for you. Okay. We're gonna go with number 63. So if you add that up, it's the number 9. If the number 9 or the number 5 sticks out to you, then you might understand why. And you know what? What is 9 plus 5 anyway? 9 plus 5 is 14. So we have the number 1 because 14 is the first card that we chose today. Okay. Here we go. I just want you guys to be able to see me when I'm talking, because then it might matter. I don't know why. So, okay, moving on. We are at 63, which is parenting, which makes so much sense because right now we're stuck at this level where we actually think that we have to listen to our parents for everything. We don't have to listen to our parents for everything in life. It's just a step along the way. They tell you what to do because that's their best interest. Do we have to listen to their best interest every time? No, because you know what? Sometimes their best interest is actually wrong, and the kids do what the kids do for a reason, and then it turns out better than if they were to do what the parents said to do. So, take that into consideration, parents, because it matters. And yeah, let's see what Mr. Richard has to say about 63. Oh, and I just realized he wrote in different sections here. Okay, but I'm just going to read about one really quick. I'm just going to skim over it because that obviously added up to 1. You guys believe that or not? I'm just going to point that out there. I'm going to do the love reading second because this seems to have a lot to do with abundance and money and prosperity. So this is the money and prosperity reading. So yeah. It says, you are independent and strong-willed. You have a firm sense of right and wrong deeply embedded in your mind, and it is difficult to lead you astray. You are usually dominant when in close association with other people. Often you feel completely uninspired, and you must guard against negative resistance and laziness. You are ambitious and a natural-born leader. You will have many opportunities through your lifetime to build constructive things of a lasting nature. When under negative influences, however, you scatter your energies, waste time, and take needless chances. I'm going to stop right there. So if you are a number 1, per se, like for instance, I'm a number 4. That has to do with the letters in my name and the day that I was born. But I believe, anyway. If you're a number 1, then maybe that resonates with you a lot. Or it could be just like the time that we're in right now. Also, 6 plus 3 is 9, and we're in the year 2019. So what I'm thinking in my head right now, because what could relate to 1 is 1 and 9. So we got 1 and 9, but really it's 14 and 63. So whatever that equals up to, which would be 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 4 would be 14 again. So we have a 14 twice, and then that equals 5. So we have 2 5s, and that equals 10. So 10 is 1. So that's another 1 right there. And then 1 plus 1 would be 2. So that's the second card. So yeah, just parents, watch out for your kids and be responsible teenagers when you're not acting like teenagers already. Okay, so we're gonna go on to number 3, which for the love of God, it is number 3. Oh my god, stupid thing keeps turning off. So yeah, number 3, it says creativity, which maybe you guys can relate to when you were growing up. It's pretty obvious that we want to express ourselves in many different ways, and we have in artistic ways or logical ways or mathematics, geography, history, whatever it is, like you're learning and you express yourself. And then, you know, some of you might relate to in this generation, these millennials, baby boomers, whatever, you know, all of us, we could relate to the fact that maybe our parents would block our energies or even prevent us from learning or growing or doing new things, because we want to do these new things, but we could be blocked because our parents might be like, oh, well, we don't have the money to do that. Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, you actually think you can do that with your life? Like, you know, no. You know, so I'm not just saying my parents. I'm saying plenty of people have situations going on. So I'm just reading into it. So we'll go with number 3, which is 2 3s, which equals 6, which, oh my god, 6 has been popping up like crazy. And, you know, I'm just going to say 666 because that's, you know, the third time today that 6 has popped in my head. So, yeah, and then we have 63, so that's what equals that. It says you want to express your emotions in an artistic medium. Steer away from self-effacement and recognize your own true worth. You do have something to offer that can bring light to the hearts of many. You are constantly inspired. Every trivial observation you make during the course of an average day takes on special meaning in your mind. Take advantage of this perceptive awareness and use it to create. People like you are few and far between. You have a friendly and sociable nature. You want to be everyone's friend, but you often hold back your emotions of fear or being rejected. You do not maintain a good image, and therefore you think others will see all your faults rather than your virtues. Open up and show the real sparkling you. Stopping right there. So, yeah, that's the third card, creativity, and you're welcome to do it whenever you want. Be creative. Let that power, that inspiring force that allows you to live throughout every day, drive you, you know, that would be important in your life, because being artistic, and even if you say like, oh, I'm not artistic, no, I wouldn't say that because I am, but even if you believe that you're not, just give it a try. Freaking draw on a piece of paper, you know, for all the people that are like reading books every single day and just don't do anything else. Try to draw or paint, or, you know, it's a release. And you might not think about your parents and all the damage that they've caused you and blah, blah, blah. Because, yeah, we've all been there. And even the older generation that, like, say I'm 25, so like my parents are older, and I know that they had problems with their parents. So that's why I'm pointing that out. I'm not trying to single anyone out or have anyone take it personally. So yeah. The number next is 6. Of course it is, because that's going to be like the freaking 666 in the cards. That's, yeah, it makes sense to me. So yeah, I'm just going to read from here. The number 6 is love in this deck. You are warm, sympathetic, and understanding, a good counselor and friend to those in need. You have a kind heart, and your generous nature often causes you problems because you find it practically impossible to say no to anything, regardless the cost to yourself. And this can be the things that you really don't want to do, but you do them anyway, or the people that you really might not want to hang out with, but you do it anyway. Let's see. Allowing people to walk all over you, and even like your parents or the people that you live with, or just anyone in general that tries to take advantage of you, and you allow it to happen because you feel like it's necessary, or it's a way of life, or that's just your soul's journey. You know, it can be very negative if you don't stand up for yourself. So yeah, you're an extrovert and make friends easily. In business and finance, you may never expect riches and success. Under this vibration, material gain is not favored. So yeah, it might not be a very good thing when it comes to money, because you may put love over money or love before money, and you might realize that, hey, that's not really a good thing, and it doesn't help me when I'm trying to live in this world and survive, be a part of this world and get by. A lot of times, like, I think I just want to get by. I just want to have enough money to get by, But then if that's all you're doing, then you're not really making the successes and your dreams come true, because you can't help other people in a way that you want to, because everybody knows that you want to help people. So help people. But focus on the fact that you have got to sacrifice maybe some of the characteristics of yourself to start realizing that you've got to make money. And that can be in any way in the world. And like, for instance, me, just saying, and I'm a 4, I just got 4 jobs. I have 4 jobs right now, and I'm going to school, and that is like a lot of pressure, but I am super happy and in love with the fact that I can make a bunch of money and work for people that actually care about me and love me and trust me, and yeah, I'm in charge in a certain way. So yeah, completion. Let's see. So completion is number 9. 6, 9, 6, 3 equals 9. So not trying to be funny or anything, but that's 2 6 9s in one sentence. But 6 9 would equal 12, and then 12 equals 3, and we just went over the number 3, and then it takes 2 to get to completion. So here we are at completion, and number 9. Emotional happiness is always uppermost in your mind. You crave security, domesticity, and roots, but you cannot be tied down. You realize your mission in life is universal and that you belong to no one person but to the world. Exactly. You don't belong to anyone. Your soul is on a journey and your purpose is right here. So, yeah, I mean, like, complete whatever you want, do whatever you want, and own it because it's yours. You did that, and you completed that journey. So, I mean, when we die, it continues to go on. Our soul is never gonna die. We're gonna have so many more experiences in this world. I don't care if you believe in reincarnation or not. It's going to happen. We're gonna still be here with Jesus and Buddha and all the other fucking deities that mean a lot in this world and have stories themselves. And we are those people. Like, people think that, oh, Jesus is like some crazy god that like is gonna come back to life. Okay, if he's just like us, which I believe he is, then he's already reincarnated with us 1,000 fucking times. So, I mean, he's gonna keep doing that. He's already here, people. You don't need to wait around for nothing. He's here. Alright, 27. Spiritual partnership. Okay, so now we're talking about the people that you want to bring into your life that is not just a partner, but an actual soulmate. So we're talking about soulmates here, and I'm trying to find the number 27, and so he's kind of interesting in how he writes this book because it's all like sectioned out, and there is letters in here, which drives me crazy because letters don't make sense. I'm not really a letter person, I'm a number person, and all the numbers are going to 22 and he's not talking about number 27. So whatever. I'm just gonna read this myself. How did he have 63 but not 27? So, yeah. I'm kind of freaked out right now. Oh my god. Alright, I give up. 27, spiritual partnership. Just listen to your heart and be with that person that you want to be with for whatever amount of time that you're going to be with that person. And whether it relates to money or not, that person has to be on the same level as you financially, yes. Because you both have to work hard in order to get through life. You have to. And I believe that freaking all these spiritual partners out there that are creating businesses together, that's the most brilliant idea ever. People say like, oh, that's forbidden, don't do that, but I seriously think that's the best idea that you can do if you're gonna be creative and create something together that's beautiful and magical. You don't have to be around each other 24/7. You just have to make money and do what you gotta do and do it together. Why not? Have some fun. But you don't have to limit it to like, oh, we're going to create a tea company and all we're going to do is drink tea together and sell tea and both of us are going to do the same thing. No, like you can do a million fucking things in life and go through with it. And, like for instance, I'm planning on creating a business one day, but I wouldn't just go, oh, for the love of tea and just do that forever. You don't have to limit yourself to just that. Like, I want to make music and I make an album. So there we go. I'll make an album. So anyway, which relates to music. So 2 plus 7 is fucking 9. So there we go again with another 9. We got 3 9s because 6 plus 3 is 9, and then that equaled out, if you remember, that equaled out to 9, so we have 999. 99 problems, but ain't one. There we go. And then we got change, which is a 5, which that equals 5 in moderation. Change your diet, change your lifestyle. people have all these different, speaking of diets, there's so many different diets out there that um, are very different. And I'm not going to get all crazy into it right now. But I just believe that if you're harming animals while you're eating food, or you had to buy something that somebody else harmed an animal for you to eat, that's wrong, you know? And I don't care if Jesus ate fish. I don't care if, you know, Muhammad ate a lizard. Like, honestly, you've got to just change your lifestyle. It's, you know, it's wrong, and it affects the way that you mentally think, and it affects the energetic level of the energy waves that come into your system, and literally physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You've got to change that, you know? It affects your speech. People don't think that, but it does. It affects the way that you talk to people. You don't think energy that goes into your body, you don't think that would affect how the angels think about you? Like, it does. So, let's see what Richard has to say real quick. Number 5, at all costs, the most important thing to you is maintaining your independence and personal freedom. You do not want to be tied down, and you avoid responsibility whenever possible. So, you want to think your own thoughts and find your own truths without interference from friends or loved ones. So, you want to have your own space. Like, I get it. You never find yourself stuck in a rut. Yeah, you might not, because you just want to do your own thing. You despise routine and must constantly be on the go, traveling, experiencing new people and places. In general, you're in search of a good time. Always. You enjoy being unconventional and strange. Duh. Loyalty is not one of your virtues, and you tend to discard old friends without much thought because they don't matter. If you cross paths with that person again in your life, so be it. And fix it. You know, if you get the chance, figure it out. If you don't, and if that person is a danger to you, or you're afraid of them for that reason, and you might think that maybe they're like that, then fuck it. Don't. In love, you will find yourself constantly unhappy because you cannot remain interested in the same man or woman for any period of time. Yeah, that's pretty obvious, because I don't even want to really get into it, but just to let you know, if you change the person that you're with all the fucking time, it might make things interesting. You are enjoyable company, and people appreciate your enthusiastic approach to life. Yeah. So all the people that are 5s, think about +1 right now. I'm just thinking 4 + 1 would be 5, and we're talking about this reading right now. So yeah, moderation here. Let's see. You consider everything new or different as exciting, and you will be involved with many strange adventures and escapades during your life, some of which may not be particularly beneficial or enlightening to you. Yeah, that happens all the time. However, you will always make a speedy recovery from all problems and return with renewed enthusiasm into the stream of life. That's pretty cool. Alright, so it describes all you 5s out there, or for all of the people that are experiencing the same thing that we're talking about right now. And yeah, just change your lifestyle, change the way that you eat, change your food, your diet, your active lifestyle. You know, I'm doing that right now, and it makes a difference in your life. And also change your surroundings, change your environment, change the people that emotionally affect you, your friendships. You know, do things that are positive, that you know are going to benefit you. All right, So 99. So that would be the fourth, actually the fifth, because that would be the fifth 9 that has come into place of this reading right now. And then it's 99 like right in an order, so it's telling you that something important is coming up, and the word is compassion. So bring compassion into your life, and 99 is not going to be in here, because if 27 wasn't in here, then 99 is sure as all not in here. But fuck, this is a really interesting book, though, I can say. Okay, I'll just read 9, because we have 2 9s, which equals 18 plus 8 plus 1 is 9. So that equals 6 9s. 6 9 again. That, I didn't even add that up. That equals 15. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So there's 4 6s and 6 9s. So, wait. 6 9s and 4 6s. 10, 25. That's how old I am. Okay, cool. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is the lucky number for the day. Not just for the day, but for the fucking year, apparently. Yeah. Oh, shit. Hope it's still recording. Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Alright. So, be compassionate, people. Just pick this up upside down. Alright. Here we go. Now you can see my face. Okay, now you can't. Alright. So, this is perhaps the most difficult of all the karmic lessons. It rarely appears in a numerology chart. The 9 vibration symbolizes universality, human warmth, and understanding. There has been no indication of this in the past. No one mattered to you but yourself, and only your problems managed to gain your attention. The absence of the 9 also indicates that you fail to understand the meaning of simple love between 2 people. Isn't that something that we all fucking talk about? Life will show you that you will remain miserable until you start feeling for others. Be compassionate. You will be completely alone and will become bitter if you do not contact and learn this lesson immediately. You cannot avoid human contact, and love is very important to any man's inner nature. Deep within your heart, there is a feeling of love and understanding of who and what you really are, but you repress it and never let it come to the surface because you hold things inside and don't tell anybody about it. Duh, people. No one wants to be around a person who seems so cold and aloof. If you continually avoid this lesson, you will only remain miserable, lonely, and closed off from the rest of the world. Because you're not facing your problems, and because you're not compassionate all the time, if you put yourself first before anyone else, then you can't be compassionate. You can be compassionate towards yourself, but that's about it. So we'll go into the next one, and the number is 19. Freaking million 9s right now. So 9 plus 7 would be 15. So 15 plus 5 plus 1 is 6. That's another freaking 6. That's 5 6s, which equals 11, which equals 1 plus 2 is 2. And how many cards are in this reading? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So we have 30. For the number of the day. 3, 3, 3. Alright. 1 plus 9 is 10. So 10 plus 30 is 40. And then we'll just add this up really quick just for fun. Rebirth 16. So 40 plus 7 is 47. So 4 plus 7 would equal 11, which equals 1 plus 1 is 2, which equals 2 2s, which equals 4. So 4 is my number again. So this is very fucking interesting. So we're going to talk about pride because that is the card that came up. And that number is 19, which I believe he has in here. Thank God. This is unfortunate. Oh, Richard. Okay. The 19 essence indicates a former misuse of power and a karmic debt which has resulted now must be paid. Yeah, no shit, because people don't have the money that people talk about. And then the people that do have money are like, oh yeah, too bad. I'm not going to be compassionate because fuck you. Yeah, don't even try to not admit that that's happened to you before because all of you motherfuckers have. And don't even think that I'm just talking about rich people because we've all been in that situation. And the fact that we label each other as rich, middle class, and poor, like, fuck that. Honestly, we're all the same. We all are having money come and go into our lives, and it's all very different. So just face your reality and realize that you gotta get out of this hole. Alright. You will find yourself placed in positions of leadership and forced into difficult decisions throughout life. Only you will have the knowledge of which way you should turn. You will be given a clear choice between what is wrong, right and wrong, and the decision you must make will often be done quickly on the spur of the moment. You will try turning to friends and relatives for the answer and assistance, but you will quickly discover that they will be of no help at all to you. That's because we're all on our own. We cannot rely on people to satisfy or fulfill our wishes all the time. Like, you get attached to people and codependent, and then you realize that they're not going to help you through everything in your life. They might help you one time, but you got to get out and do it on your own to really be successful in life. Only you have the necessary knowledge at your disposal to make the proper moves. You must dig into yourself and find the answers. In the financial world, you are liable to attain great success, but you must guard against employing negative energies to satisfy your ambitions. You have a good sense of firm leadership, and you are original and creative, so use it for the good. You can work well with people because you have a perfect understanding of the human mind. You can go all the way to the top, or you can sink and fail miserably. For you, there is rarely a halfway point. In friendships, you are fickle and cautious because you don't really trust people. It is difficult for you to get close to other people because no relationship can exist unless you think that it will be meaningful and worthwhile. Exactly, because sometimes people are worthless. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. But I don't mean to say it like that. It's just like sometimes people aren't worth your time. Anyway. Where was I? Worthwhile. Yeah, worthwhile. Your standards are high, and you will have many acquaintances who consider themselves your friends, but few true friends who you accept. Once you do become attached, however, you are loyal and devoted for life. Yes, be a good friend, people. In love and marriage, you are easily swayed. Members of the opposite sex who present themselves with an air of mystery can intrigue you and lead you astray from who you really are and who you think is going to make the right decision. Seriously. You crave love and emotional security, but you often get sex and love confused because fucking sex is all that happens sometimes. And then where is love? But then you experience love and you're like, oh, this is great. Never mind. Okay. You are not an easy person to live with. Nope. You are plagued by sudden changes in mood, bursts of energy that comes in fits, and by compelling desire to change the world into a better place in which to live. You are forever spending truths and voicing opinions on the way you see things. You should learn to pay more attention to the feelings of loved ones because you can hurt them easily if you don't see the word is pride. So if you let your ego control over this particular thing, like you might think that your important opinions are more important than what other people have to say. And that's not true. Like we all have different things to say in life. Like this is all just my opinion, just so you know. Yeah, and it's just advice. And I'm pulling one more card. Health. 71. Okay. 7 plus 1 is 8. So we're getting a different number. And 8 is also not just the number of love and partnerships, but yeah, it describes how a happy couple can be happy in ways, I think. Anyway, I don't know. I've read that somewhere that like 8 has to do with partnership too. But 9 obviously has to do with spiritual partnership. So, yeah, that's how you get up there is +1 with God, you know? Shout out to God, my homie. 16. Okay. Rebirth. I'm just going to read this because it's talking about the expressive self. And it says 7 and 16. But we're going into this just because the number 7 lately. And it's been lucky. And I heard it earlier with Sri and Kira's talk show that they have. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but they're a spiritual couple that met on Spiritual Singles, and they're awesome, and they give people soul readings, mini soul readings every Sunday. So, yeah. Sri and Kira. Yeah, SRI. So, yeah, that's how you spell it. You are analytical and cautious, therefore you would make a good judge, lawyer, or scientist. All right, people. You want to understand the basic nature of everything. You want to delve into the reason why. Delve, yeah. Okay, you are a perfectionist and you want to make sure everything is perfect order before you pass on to something else. You have a great amount of psychic energy and you are intuitive. If you follow your hunches in life, you will rarely go wrong. All right, so yeah, listen to that, people, and let your life affect your life. And the word is rebirth, so allow things to happen. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 7 plus 8 is 15. Again, that's like the millionth 15 that we got. So 5 plus 1 is 6, and that's a million sixth that we got. So yeah. Live your life to unexpected explosions of love and exciting horizons. Yeah. So we have 71. That's not going to be in this book, but I'll just go off of my brain. Or actually, I'll go off the number 8 too. Health. We're talking about health here. 71. But 7 plus 1 is 8, so here we go. You will encounter many opportunities in life, and you have an excellent chance of attaining a high degree of wealth and success. See, all those struggles were worth it because you're going to give back to the community and do things for yourself too. You're dominant and a natural born leader. You take more than a passing interest in money. When you want something, you set your sights on it and then work tirelessly until you have achieved the desired results. So you buy that diamond ring, girl. Just kidding. You are moody and occasionally prone to fits of temper. Few people understand you because you wear a mask of calm confidence and inner strength, which is very convincing, but not altogether accurately representative of the real you. Dependably, dependability and generosity are your two greatest virtues, provided you work hard towards the accomplishment of your goals. You are bound to meet with success. You know what you want and how to get it. The only thing remaining is to apply yourself. In business and finance, you find it virtually impossible to work under superiors. Yeah. If possible, you should be the head of your own company. Yeah. If not, work yourself into the position of a manager executive. You detest mechanical routine jobs and you should be given the opportunity to devise new projects and gimmicks that will invariably be profitable. You are thrifty and have an excellent judgment where money is concerned. Yeah. In friendships, you are very loyal and trustworthy. You enjoy stimulating arguments, but you sometimes lose your temper when your point of view is proven wrong. Yeah, that's me. You give out the impression that people must either take or leave you, and you appear content with the way you are. Exactly. This is not altogether the correct picture of you, however, for you are very concerned deep down with what everybody thinks, and you do want to be accepted. Of course. Likewise, you continually worry about what you are and wonder if anything about yourself should be changed all the time. Your love life is subject to sudden changes. There will be many pleasure trips and secret romance lesions, particularly if your marriage is not going as well as you expect it to. You're not terribly emotional. You can either take love or leave it. Your mate should be ambitious and working and willing to work with you on every aspect of life. You have high standards for a marriage partner. You want your mate to be respectful and a credit to you, and at the same time, lover, parent, and business partner. Oh my god, this totally describes me. I love you guys. Um, yeah, this was perfect. And again, we have. Wait, I didn't even say that right. I thought it was 10. I added up a whole bunch of different numbers wrong. Okay, 4, 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so the number was 11 instead of 10. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Yep. So moderation and health. Yeah, that's important. Okay, people. It was nice talking to you, and I hope that you enjoyed my chat with myself, practically, because that's what YouTube or whatever I'm gonna post this to is basically all about. It's like I don't know. I want to share this with the world, but also it's like helping benefit me. So I hope you guys do that with your life. And I'm gonna do another reading that's all about love because this was pretty much about life and money and love. Um, but this look look out for my next reading. Conscious Spirit is the name of the deck. So yeah, I'm gonna use that one next, and I'll also do one with a regular tarot rider's deck. So yeah, look out for me. Watch it, fellas. See you later, alligators. I have to log back in here just so I can sign you guys off. All right, peace out.